Ladies and gentlemen, live from the WCRD studios at Ball State University, it's live from Letterman!
Alrighty, now good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Logan Browning, and you are all listening to Live from Letterman, the only Ball State University talk show on the 9:30 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. time slot, I think.
I don't see anyone else here.
And that's a good point. But, like, what if someone's doing, like, a live broadcast, like, in their basement, like in How I Met Your Mother, how they had, like, Dr. X, like a pirate? What if someone's hijacking our show right now so they can have their show on, and it's called, like, a Live from Letterman? It's just talking about Kiss albums?
I mean, I think ours is probably better.
Dude, if you wanted the best, you got the best. They are the hottest band in the world. They are Kiss. Yeah. All right. Well, hey, now that we are segued into this, I am your host, Logan Browning. Joined with me here is the silky sweet voice of my Cincinnati Reds wearing,
There you go.
there we go, co-host, Mr. Jonathan Page. Johnny, how you doing?
I'm okay. I'm a little tired, but it's just getting back into the swing of school.
Yeah.
A rough day today, getting up.
Yeah. How was your break?
It was pretty relaxed. Not too much. Wish it was, longer. But, is what it is. Can't get everything, at least we got a long summer break and a long Christmas break.
Hey, dude, I understand that. I want to go ahead and ask you that question again, because you know what I forgot to do?
Yeah?
I forgot to turn on your mic. Okay, so we're turned on now.
Oh my gosh.
How's your fall break, man?
My fall break
For
was
the first time.
Yeah. You only asked me once. I can't even. Yeah, I don't know. It was good. It was not long enough. Wish it was a lot longer.
I don't know if that noise is picking up in the radio, but I'm pretty sure comic accurate Batman villains are drilling through the ceiling of our studio right now.
The mole men of Muncie are drilling out
Mole
of the
men of
ground.
Muncie. Is this like the end credit scene to The Incredibles?
Yeah, that
Remember
guy.
they just like randomly showed up, and then they were in like 5 minutes of the
His
next
secret lair is actually in Muncie, Indiana.
one. Is that why it smelled like crap these past couple days?
Yeah, the mole man was out.
Just the mole men were out running around. They
I remember
exposed
it was like it started happening I feel like last night. I was like, that didn't smell great. And then I woke up this morning, and when I was walking out of our apartment with my girlfriend, we were walking out, and she goes, "Do you smell that?" I was like, "Yeah, it smells rancid."
You're like, no, babe, it's just you.
No, it's just you. I shit. Oh, that would have been pretty funny. That would have been funny.
See, that's why you just need me there at all times, just to give you
Yeah.
really random off quips. But so good, okay. But you're back.
I'm back.
I mean, you're here.
Yeah.
I heard, because I was in the room right next to you,
No,
that you took a little nap before this.
I did.
How was your nap?
It's okay. Just kind of laid there with my eyes closed.
That is indeed how sleeping works.
I know, but I didn't like.
I'm really proud of you for figuring.
I
that
didn't
out.
like-
I got really scared when you were staying sleeping.
I didn't like do the. I didn't pass out. Like I just laid there with my eyes closed, just like staring at the inside of my eyelids.
Watching the little like eye floater movie.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. That's what it was. So yeah, no, and today's not been an amazing day. I've had a couple bright spots here and there, but it is what it is.
Okay, well, you know
Just
what?
a midday.
I want to give you the brightest spot because you're currently the co-host of Ball State University's only late night talk show from 9:30 p.m. to 10:30 p.m.
Also, the only live from Letterman.
We think.
We should probably look.
Do we call? I don't think there is, but like, did you call the would the David Letterman show technically be live from Letterman?
No, I
No?
don't think so.
Cool. So we.
I
Can
mean, they
avoid
might.
copyright for a little bit longer.
Because I remember when I was trying to find our YouTube channel on YouTube, I put in like live from Letterman, and like the only thing that would pop up would be like David Letterman interviews, and then like the musical guest for like when he was doing the Tonight Show.
Yeah, so it'd be like a live from Letterman.
Yeah.
No, we finally popped up today.
We did.
I think it's because we finally posted enough videos.
Where they're like, oh, this is not just some
Yeah.
kid trying to be a streamer. It's a actual YouTube channel.
Yeah, and they're like they're finally posting. There we go. Well, hey, okay, good. Well, we're glad to have you here. Still in good health.
Yeah,
Good.
I'm feeling good. Feeling good.
Very good. It's very contradicting to the whole spiel you just gave, but that's all right. All right. Well, hey, today is an exciting day. We have a very special guest.
Yeah.
With us today, fresh from the media department. It's TCOM.
TCOM.
It's TCOM.
Everyone calls it TCOM.
It's absolutely. I'm almost embarrassed to ask this. I don't think I ever got your last name.
Is my mic on?
No.
Yeah.
My name's Chase Childers. That's my last name, Childers.
Childers?
Yeah, and yours is Browning?
Browning.
That's
Yeah.
right.
He has me down on. He has a piece of paper for like a little thing he's doing in his house. He has me down as Logan H.
Yeah.
Because he just took a shot in the dark.
You look like you have an H last name.
You
I'm gonna
would.
just say it's Howard.
That's funny because I went to high school with a guy named Logan Howard, and he's like in the audio
Whoa.
department. Yeah.
It's crazy.
It all circles. Is this the Twilight Zone?
Little-
I like look in
little
the
psychic
mirror.
over
I
here.
suddenly look like that
Logan
kid.
Howard, yeah.
It's like Quantum Leap, but it's just like... All right, well, hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show, Mr. Chase. How you doing today?
I'm doing pretty okay. I kind of forgot it was Wednesday. I kind of forgot we had class today up until he mentioned it.
Well, in our defense, at least for me, my classes Wednesdays don't really count.
Yeah, same for me.
We have a like 2.5 hour class, but it's just watching movies.
Mm-hmm.
One for the curriculum, two for Wednesdays. That's all we do in
there
class.
There could be worse classes.
That's true.
You could
Oh.
be taking
Bowling.
Astronomy 126.
Now, who do I know that's taking Astronomy 126?
My friend Logan Howard is. No, I'm just joking.
What is this?
wait.
Got being cornered. It's just SWAT man like bust in.
Like he found out who he really is.
The
Get him back.
shapeshifter's here.
Speaking of mining in, because you mentioned the Underminer from Incredibles. Yeah, his name's the Underminer, not the Mole Man.
Oh
Sorry,
yeah, my
sorry.
bad.
Mole Man's
Sorry.
from
In my
the Fantastic
defense,
Four.
your guys' mics probably weren't on for that. So
I guarantee you, the Mrs. Breckbill, who is a Disney fanatic, if she's listening right now, she is probably like the entire time when we were calling him the Mole Man was like, these guys, they just don't get it. They don't understand.
I'm ready for her.
It's the Underminer.
I'm ready to see my phone start blowing up here with the world's politest death threats.
Yeah, that sounds like her.
It's just called the Underminer when you see him in hell. Nah, we're kidding, Mrs. Breckbill. We love you. Sorry. Okay. Yes, Chase. So the Underminer.
Yeah, the Underminer. What an amazing. I think he appears for like 3 minutes in the second one.
Yeah, he was there for a little bit, and then
It's played by Ham, right? Isn't the guy who voiced Ham in
Oh,
Toy Story?
yeah.
Is that
yeah,
who it is?
he's in every
He's in
Pixar
the
movie.
First one. I don't know if he was in the second.
He was in the first one as
Yeah.
the Underminer.
Yeah, he shows up at the very
Just
end.
as like this. Sometimes he'll be Ham, like he'll be a main character kind of.
Yeah.
I guess main side character, and then he'll be the Underminer for 30 seconds in the first movie.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're Don Rickles as Mr. Potato Head, nothing else really compares.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
Rest
Kind
in
of
peace.
get bumped down in the tier.
Yeah.
Wait,
What
Don
you looking
Rickles-
at, you hockey puck.
Don Rickles is like passed on now, right?
Yes.
Yeah, rest in peace.
Yes.
What
No
a
more
legend.
Toy Story movies.
And no, well, I highly doubt it. But part of me feels like they're gonna milk out another one or two.
I guess they could.
Will they bring back Keanu Reeves as like the stuntman
They
toy?
better.
He should get his
Liter-
own little. They should get their own little movie.
Yeah.
So here's my thing. I didn't not like I thought Toy Story 4 was fun.
I didn't see it.
Oh, okay. Well,
Have you seen it since?
Nope.
Nope.
like,
Okay.
it was just kind of like a good little prologue. That's one that comes after, right? Like it was just like a fun little like
epilogue.
Epilogue, yeah.
Okay.
Prologue is like
Pro, like
yeah,
before.
like-
Ah,
here's a little bit. You know.
I'm only a writing minor.
Oh, great.
But
Great.
but like it served as like a cute little like, oh, okay, where are they now? Oh, all right, fun. You know.
It was a good little bit to kind of be, because like honestly, we didn't need the fourth movie. The third one kind of left us
Third
off.
one had a great ending.
I wonder if it was more like Disney was like, hey, we have Toy Story Land. We would love if we could make another Toy Story movie.
and buy
they're
more
like,
toys.
Well,
And yeah, like
Yeah.
because I mean, Toy Story is literally probably their best toy making thing for little kids.
Have you ever heard of Star Wars?
Well, I'm talking about because like here's the
now
like,
Lucas still holds the merchandising.
Oh,
rights
yeah,
to
that's
it.
wait.
right.
Let me tell you. So my cousin, for one of our Christmases, she had seen Toy Story 4, and she wanted, for the life of her, a Bo Peep staff. That's what she wanted. Where basically like
You know what?
you could stick your fingers in this little like handle, and then you could spin it like she spins it. And it would spin super fast, and if you made it go fast enough, it would like start making noises out of the speaker that it had.
Sorry, I just got really scared. We did in fact get a text from Mrs. Brickville.
Oh no.
Okay, continue.
And then if you like, there's a little button on the bottom of it, and if you hit it, it would like make like noises. So she,
like the sheep.
like the
sheep.
sheep.
Okay,
So
that's
she
what they
wanted
like,
this
why?
staff for the life of her because she wanted to be like Bo Peep. She thought Bo Peep was cool. So I'm saying like people between those ages before they're introduced, because I think Star Wars, like you start getting introduced to that when you're around, say 7, 8.
Not like us.
No, not if you're a loser.
Yeah.
I mean, I was
introduced to Stars at like 2 or 3.
when I was crawling.
That's.
Yeah,
I feel like that's not enough for it to like make it. Like I feel like at that point,
it invaded my life at that point.
I don't think you understand.
What I'm saying is for most children from like 1, I'd say to 4, Toy Story toys are like awesome, and then from 5 to 9, I'd say that's when you start diverging into I like Star Wars, I like Marvel, I like other Disney movies.
Yeah, I say I probably
guess.
balanced that as a kid. I say my tops were probably, like even at that young age, was probably Power Rangers SPD. I remember specifically which one.
Oh, good.
Star Wars, and then probably about Toy Story, and then like Batman and Spider-Man.
Mine went it went Spider-Man, Star Wars, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles / Star Wars.
It's a weird slash.
I know. I was just like my uncle gave
Star
me.
Wars tied for second and third.
No, he was. Star Wars was first. I was still like. I mean, I had a Star Wars themed birthday party where I fought Darth Vader, dude.
Yeah,
so-
I'm jealous.
But like,
So
I
how
also
is Star
really.
Wars
But then
second,
on
and
this,
then third is TMNT / Star Wars.
well, on the side, it was TMNT. Like TMNT was my side chick. Okay, so Star Wars was the main girl that I loved so
Right,
much.
so that one was in the second place with Star Wars.
Yeah,
So how's
and then TMNT. That's when I was into TMNT, and then it just became Star Wars.
no? That's fair, but
I'm still confused too. No,
Yeah,
no,
I'm
that
understanding.
I'm
doesn't
just
make any
saying, like,
sense.
for a little bit of my life, I really loved the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
fair. I did as well.
As long
I
as
liked it.
Star Wars, I liked both of them very much.
okay,
Alright.
but okay. Continue.
How is that hard to understand?
No, it's not. What's
It's the way you phrased it.
It's because like if Star Wars is already on number 2,
Mm-hmm.
then why would number 3 be TMNT / Star Wars? Star Wars is already on your list, beating
No,
out
no, no, no,
TMNT.
no, no. I was explaining like through like a timeline. So like timeline wise.
Oh,
That
I thought
makes
we were
so
given
much
your
sense.
ranking.
So yeah, I thought so too.
It was like the timeline that I had like 1 to 4, then 5 to yeah. I had been doing that, but like with what I was interested in.
Oh,
That makes
way
way more
that
That
sense.
makes a little more sense.
But you're like, okay, what's number 1 if you rank Star Wars 2 and then
Yeah.
you combine TMNT with Star like
No, I thought you
That did-
did.
yeah.
I was like,
That's what I thought we were
that
doing
makes
too.
no
I saw his head poke up. I'm like, what the?
Yeah, I
that
was
makes that doesn't make enough
Now,
sense.
with that being said, though, Leonardo dual wielding 2 lightsabers.
Oh,
Donatello
I'm pretty sure
with
that's in a
a-
comic.
I mean,
They can
if we
team up
have
with Power Rangers and Batman.
Exactly.
It's
I mean,
out
they've
there.
got-
and Scooby Doo. I think
I think so.
Batman, Scooby Doo.
Batman, Scooby Doo. I think TMNT and Scooby Doo is what I was saying. I think they have.
I think that is it, and then I know there's TMNT Batman.
Yeah, you know what's
There's
the
the-
best
yeah.
crossover? Kiss meets Scooby Doo.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
That
no,
is-
no, I agree.
Chase, you don't understand.
No, no,
It's a
no, no. Like I feel like that's
fantastical-
amazing.
This movie is. Imagine the members of Kiss in an anime.
Like kind of like Batman Ninja. Have you seen that?
Yeah, I have.
It's
A
incredible.
little bit, but no, I
It's
mean
good,
they
yeah.
all have like magic powers, and like they all like change costumes like in like a flash, like whole like
Really?
morphing sequence.
That sounds amazing.
They go
is.
to the planet of Kisteria, where everyone has face paint.
Doesn't
Fred paints
Fred
the,
paints his face and like, did you get punched in the face?
He points like a little moon underneath his eye, and they're like, "Yo, who gave you the black eye?" And he's
no,
like,
it's a moon. It's a moon.
And the best part of all this, Matthew Lillard played Shaggy in it,
yeah.
like
Oh really?
like the movies, and then it was like one of the last ones to have like the OG Fred / Scooby. I'm pretty sure.
I never
'Cause
knew
who
that.
did who ended up doing? Why am I forgetting? I guess I was about to ask like who were the other? Was it the original cast for some of the other characters? For that
I know Fred
was because I know Fred.
Fred /
also,
Scooby because they're always like this. I can't remember his name right now. Which
Was there
makes
a
me
guy
sad.
who used to do just Scooby though back like
No, it
Hanna-Barbera?
was always
It
Fred
was always
/ Scooby.
Fred / Scooby.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, I actually never knew that.
Yeah. Fun fact for your day.
Wow.
Fred and Scooby were the
At like 9:30, I got my fun fact.
Jokes on you, Chase. It's 9:44.
9:50. Get it right, bro.
Can we even count the first like 2 minutes of this broadcast?
Honestly, you didn't have my mic on, so
So it was. Just
Are we even sure
naturally
these
wired.
are on still?
it was just naturally wired with Logan talking to a wall.
That's about what it is.
Do you ask the wall questions like how its fall break was?
I did, and the only answers it gives me is just like,
Drywall.
That's pretty good.
yeah, really hit me like a brick wall. But as we derail on our childhoods here,
Yes.
let's circle back to our guest.
Yeah. You know the actual like important part.
Yeah,
No, I think Scooby Doo Meets Kiss is way more important.
the only part, well, because it's a sequel to Kiss Meets the Phantom of the Park, which I wanted to show you and Graham. It's a sequel to that, or like a sequel / parody / homage,
Right.
to all that. And so all I'm hearing is one night we just got to watch those back to back.
Yeah, we gotta do a double feature.
They're both only
essentially
like 90 minutes
because
long.
essentially Scooby Doo and Kiss that movie is essentially a sequel to that Kiss movie.
That is in fact what I said. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said it was like a spin-off. I heard spin-off.
Oh no,
my
I meant
bad.
maybe I said spin-off. I meant sequel.
I heard it as like sequel / spinoff.
Oh.
Back to like
little bit.
Teenage
I
Mutant Ninja
guess I
/ Star
tuned
Wars.
out sequel and only heard spin-off, and I was like, wait, I thought it was more like a sequel with Scooby Doo.
You're like, wait a minute, it was a squeakquel.
It was a squeak.
Okay, well, Chase, welcome to Live from Letterman. Thank you so much for coming out.
Thank you for having me here.
Okay, so you are a video major?
Yes, video production.
Video? Okay, why video?
Um,
I always like to ask that because I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm pretty sure all of our guests, maybe minus one, have been TCOM kids.
oh really?
Every single one has been a TCOM person,
But yeah,
besides one
One
Maggie
was-
Breckbill,
which was early childhood
early
development.
childhood.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Or education.
Yes. But I always like asking that question, kind of like why, because I always like kind of hearing where everyone's coming from. Because we've had people who have come on because of like cooking videos.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
last
Huh.
week.
That one kind of that was out of
Who said
left
that?
field. Like, whoa.
Austin.
Huh.
A couple weeks ago, we had someone who was like inspired purely by the MCU at Grand Coven in a show Pop. Listen here, I believe it's Thursdays. Everyone tune in, WCRD 91.3. And yeah, so like it's always fun, especially for me being also video production.
Right.
So you're kind of hearing where everyone else's influences come from. So what were yours with video?
Wow. Loaded question. As a kid, most of what I wanted to do was between like music and film. And like I said, I grew up on like Star Wars and like really classic movies like Raiders of the Lost Ark and stuff. So there was something really special about like storytelling and adventure to me. And then right around like I was like 3 or 4, my dad had the great idea of showing me Scream, and that my first horror movie, TV version by the way. That was like my first horror movie. So like at a young age, I was also struck by horror. So mixing all those genres together, when I would play with action figures, I had like camera angles in mind. I had like score and themes in
Yeah.
mind. So like it's just kind of been like drilled in my brain. So that's like the main thing. It was just like storytelling and try to make it like an exciting, entertaining thing. I would like make action figure plays for my cousin when he would come over and stuff. I did the same thing on Minecraft when I was like in high school. I kind of just I don't know, like entertainment, like the theatrics. I think that's kind of like part of it.
Yeah, no, hey, I fully understand. I love how you said you would put on for your cousins. I would make my cousins be in some. I remember very clearly there was one time my cousin Michael came over to spend the night. I probably was in oldest, like first grade, maybe like kindergarten, and I wanted to make a Star Wars movie. So I made my mom grab her VHS camera.
Oh, God.
Nice.
footage
Classic.
of me wearing a Darth Vader costume, pretending to be Luke. Very horribly inaccurate.
Huh.
But Yoda was dying, like Return of the Jedi, and it's just me trying to give him like chest concussions.
Break his ribcage.
Just breaking this little like 20-pound kid's.
It's probably not even his rib cage. You probably fractured his spine as well. With how little he is.
You know, he does have back problems.
Yeah,
does, yeah.
you might have
Probably
hit
put
him.
it back in place.
This was all a joke. I didn't just incriminate myself live on air.
Well, you might have been doing that. And he's like, "Oh, you cracked my back. I'm trying to stand up straight now." Oh, thank you.
Then you
Luke.
killed him.
And then you killed him.
And then I killed him, and then Yoda died. And but yeah, no, okay. So I like hearing that because Very similar for me with the Star Wars and the Raiders of the Lost Ark. Those were, I think, Star Wars definitely before Raiders.
For me
Star
as
Wars, I
well.
was a very, very small child. And then Raiders, I remember came along, I believe, in the hype towards Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
Yeah, about same for me. My dad would show me Temple of Doom because that was the only one we had on VHS.
Yeah.
Raiders was when I started to like have a conscience. You know, he was like, "Oh, you can remember crap now." So here you go. Here's Raiders, the best one. And then that like, and then when Lego Indiana Jones came out, that's when it really blew up for Indiana Jones for me.
I had Lego Star Wars, and then I got Lego Batman because I remember the Dark Knight came out, or maybe I might be off, but like I watched a Batman movie with my dad, and I was like, "Yo, Batman's really cool." And he's like, "Well, I'll get you the Lego version of him, I guess."
Which is amazing.
Which that game is awesome.
Which, I mean, I think you got the better end of that deal. Really.
I really did. I got
Yeah.
a free video game, and I got to learn about Batman. So
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, or it may have been maybe before that, but I didn't remember that being full swing. I want to say my first one was probably Raiders. I don't remember. I think that one, out of all of them growing up, though, was the one that like I wanted to go out and watch
Yeah,
the most. Oddly enough, close second was Kingdom.
that's insane.
I had a weird. I still do. I have a weird nostalgia. No better way to say it. Hard on for Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
Which I mean, like, I understand. I like nostalgia for it too. Especially, I remember seeing it in theater, watching it with my grandma, and the Dark Knight trailer came on, and I lost my shit. And I was like, "Yo, Batman's like real now." And then my dad was like, "Yeah, we're definitely gonna go see it." 5-year-old me, and then my mom was like, "That movie looks a little too dark for him." So I had to wait like 3 years to watch that movie while still watching Batman Begins as like a 2-year-old.
yeah, well, because the thing is, I think at that time wasn't like Batman Beyond the cartoon version. So
Amazing.
like up until that point, like that was what I thought Batman was.
Really?
I
So-
thought Batman was like, whoa, he's this cartoon dude with really big shoulders.
No,
But
I knew.
then I knew, I was like, oh my gosh,
See, I believe
he's a
people-
human.
Yeah, you have to describe me. I think a lot of people say I'm a cartoon dude with big shoulders. But no, Batman for me growing up was a couple different things. Was the Justice League cartoon.
Mm-hmm.
I think I watched that the most out of anything because I had a VHS tape of it.
That's great.
I don't think it was Batman 89, but I definitely think it was Batman Returns. I do
Gross.
remember.
Yeah, no,
how dare you?
I have
love
opinions on Batman Returns.
I will, yeah, Batman. I think it was Batman and Robin for me.
Cold, like the one with Arnold Schwarzenegger
With
and Uma
Schwarzenegger,
Thurman.
Clooney.
Classic.
Is it weird? My brain first went to like, oh, John watched the 1930s series of Batman.
yeah.
No. Like it was
Amazing
like
series,
I
by the
remember
way.
watching
Great.
that
It was
on TV back when like cable was still really cool. I was watching Batman Returns, and I remember watching like I still have memories. I still have in my brain. I can remember the Bat credit card. I can remember
That was Kilmer.
No, that was Clooney.
I thought that was the beginning of
Clooney.
when he goes,
that
I'll
was-
get takeout.
No, he's arguing with Robin at the auction.
Who's gonna buy a
Oh,
night with
that's
Poison
right.
Ivy? And then he's like, I got the Bat credit card.
Oh my God.
He makes a ching-ching noise.
Did Kilmer have one? Or was it just the takeout?
Kilmer-
No,
I
Kilmer
think-
just said, "I'll take a drive in or drive out."
Kilmer's
take
was a little bit more serious than Clooney's, which is
out. Barely
not saying a lot.
See, you say
but-
serious, and all I can think of is
the
is
bad
Kilmer
nipples.
in the jury when they're trying to
Oh
do
yeah.
Two-Face's origin, and he jumps out from the jury box in his full Batman costume, and this was just this like woman in a green dress, just like confused.
Also,
why
it's-
Batman's sitting behind her.
In the movie, it shows it as like news footage, but it's clearly like camera angles, like like a film camera angle.
It's
That's
also-
my biggest.
Isn't
pet
it?
peeve.
Wasn't it supposed to be kind of like a? Was that supposed to be like an actual like somewhat sequel from?
They were all supposed to use sequels. Yeah.
They're
Which
all
is funny because
related.
it's like I love how Harvey Dent in the like original 1989 Batman was a
Listen,
black guy, and then
was Billy
somehow
D,
he
yeah.
turned into Tommy Lee Jones.
Listen, we've all had that dream where Billy D. Williams turns into Tommy Lee Jones.
I know, right? I mean,
It's
I
something
can
about
just-
the 3 letters in the middle word being E.
yeah.
Oh,
Billy
I think
D.
you
Williams,
did
Tommy
something
Lee
there.
Jones,
Maybe that's what they had in the boardroom. They're like, I think this would work.
They're like, people won't notice.
Yeah.
Didn't Tommy Lee Jones also tell Jim Carrey? He's like, I hate you so much.
Yeah, he did.
Which makes me sad because I love them both. But
Yeah.
no, but yeah. So mine, because I do love it, was Batman Returns. I think specifically because I remember having this book that was like, I believe it was the scene when they were trying to like break into the Batmobile, the
Oh,
Penguin's little
yeah.
goons. And
That's a great part of the
I can't
movie.
remember what else Batman was doing in, but it was like a children's picture book. And then oddly enough, Batman 66.
Oh yeah.
I had the movie on DVD.
I love the 60 series.
That was the only Batman movie I had on DVD for the longest time.
Mm-hmm.
And so my Batman growing up was the, come on, Robin, we have to go to the Batcave, pow! You know, like...
That's
and
the best.
Some
I
days you
love
just
it.
can't get rid of a bomb.
Yeah, exactly. Give me the Bat Shark repellent. And, and listen, here's the thing, though. I'd argue that's one of the best movies. You know who he fought in that movie? He fought the Joker, the Riddler, Catwoman, Penguin. He fought it. He fought
Yeah,
the
his
complete
rogues
rogues
gallery.
gallery.
Yeah. I
and
think-
he didn't make it feel over clustered.
Kind of like Spider-Man 3.
I think with
Exactly what I was gonna say.
I think what they should do is they should get all of we have children running in the hallway. That's what you're hearing.
My brain went, are we having an earthquake?
I know. Like, I was like, is the storm coming back?
No,
Like,
I think what they should do is like if everyone's talking about like, you know, with Flashpoint, we're like, why wasn't that such a big deal when we saw the two Flashes together? It's because like, and it's like
Well, it's because one was Ezra Miller.
one was Ezra Miller.
Might as
If
well,
you
yeah.
had like a Batman thing where we see all of the Batmen, I'm saying any and all of them, and they all fight like a real bad guy, like the biggest bad guy you can get out of Batman.
Megatron.
Yes.
I was gonna say.
And then, but like, and especially now with the way that we have where we can use AI.
I was gonna say Kevin Spacey. they just beat the hell out of Kevin Spacey.
Well, John, I understand your idea. Can I hop in here though with
Yes.
with an edit?
Yes, you have.
I don't want that. I want all the Bruce Waynes,
in one room.
and they're just like at an auction. They're just all trying to outbid one another.
That'd be fun. And they don't know that they're Bruce Wayne. They all think they're in their own universe,
But
and they're
it's
like,
Ben Affleck, Clooney, Val Kilmer with his little like Stephen Hawking talking device. You got Michael Keaton. You can have. They can do like one of those holograms of Adam West. May he rest in peace. Christian Bale can be there, and then randomly in the background just like Kevin Conroy,
yeah.
and they're all.
And
just,
then also Joseph Gordon-Levitt because he's like the new Batman as well. in the Dark Knight Rises.
No, he's supposed to be Nightwing. I thought.
So, you know, the door is right back. Oh, and Robert Pattinson.
And
Who
Pattinson.
is basically just skinny Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Yeah.
Who's already a twig.
Anyway, this went way.
Yes, okay,
way
anyway,
out
so
of the
your
way.
influences.
yeah, that's right. Oh, Batman was definitely an influence of mine as well. By the
Yes,
way,
no, I was like...
huge.
Yeah, no, I love... Oh my gosh. I would say I remember one of my first very, very early attempts at writing a script. If you want to know how early this was, I was also using pencil and paper. Not trying to show
Ancient.
timeline, just showing that I didn't realize how much writing and erasing goes into a script.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
The worst.
I got a page and a half, I think, about done. I was trying to adapt Under the Red Hood into a live action movie.
Oh,
pretty good.
I'm not gonna lie to you, the page and a half I had done.
The page and
a minute and a half of
You
screen
had a-
time.
Sometimes
Yeah,
I
a minute
think
and a
back on it,
half.
I'm like, I'm still pretty proud of that. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
lie.
no. Everybody has a good like a Batman short film they wrote and that they love. I also have one. yeah.
I tried to write one. I was like,
I just love that we.
this doesn't make
that
sense.
I've heard two sentences in my life that have just really clicked. One was we all have a Batman short film that we try to write. The second one is all media kids live off diet soda.
Actually,
And I say,
I hate
I-
to break it.
do you?
I
What?
don't.
you drink regular
Because
soda?
of my low blood sugar, I'll have a seizure, so I need sugar.
He needs real. He needs the real
I'll
stuff.
be down in regular Cherry Coke and regular Sprite all day.
See, I can't say anything. My fridge right now is full of Diet Pepsi, vanilla Coke.
Great
I
choice.
do have vanilla Coke. And I dropped the ball right now, and also a bunch of root beer because I love root beer. And
Keep getting that A&W though.
Is it
Yeah,
is
it
it
is
the
the
cream
best.
soda root
No,
beer?
no, no.
no, just normal.
You gotta try the cream soda. It will change your
The
life.
cream soda what?
The cream and soda root beer is by A&W. It's amazing.
Oh, A&W cream soda.
yeah.
Yeah,
No, but
I've
it's
had-
like cream soda root beer.
like it's in with the root beer.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Or I'm an
like-
idiot.
I was
Is this
saying,
like
I
a half and half? Do you have half and half root beer?
was like, I've had A&W cream soda, but I never mix it.
feel like it'd be too creamy.
That
eye roll could
Audible eye roll.
No, but it's called I wanted to say things I couldn't.
Yeah.
But yes, no, but I dropped the ball because I wanted to get like caffeine for dinner because I was like, man, I'm kind of sleepy. Oh, I know, I'll get some soda. Got root beer. Didn't really realize till I was leaving. I was driving halfway here. I'm like, oh, I never noticed that giant text across the can of this A&W
zero caffeine.
that says no caffeine.
That's why they love giving it to kids because it's sugary and it won't turn them
Maybe
into...
that's why my parents gave me root beer as a kid.
Probably.
Oh,
To
that makes
satisfy your
so
sweet
much
tooth and then for you to
sense.
just
Yeah.
continue to be tired so you'd fall asleep.
Well, yeah. All right. I'm so sorry. We keep getting very
No, I love this derailing.
very derailed. We're half an hour in the show and we're already derailed.
Alrighty.
So much. Jesus. Good, almost done. Okay, so your influences. I like that. Where are you hoping to take this?
As a kid, I always wanted to be a director.
Yeah.
Just have like a solid movie, like an 80% on Rotten Tomatoes movie at least.
I think that's
that'd be
everyone's
nice.
goal. It's like, I'm not looking for 100%. But if
Oh,
I
I
can
know.
crack
I
wouldn't mind
80,
I know the
that
critics.
my
are gonna
life
hate
could
my
be
stuff.
complete.
I accepted that in middle school, which is that I'm not gonna make movies for everyone.
Do you guys have for your... So I know you guys are both kind of in the same sort of major in classes and stuff. Do you have your teachers, do they ever like tell you like, okay guys, make sure you temper your expectations when you graduate though,
Nope.
okay?
Not yet.
They not do that?
No, my teacher. I'm not gonna say his or her name. My screenwriting teacher always just starts off every sentence on why he or her are a failure.
Great.
In the field, and then I still would like to think, why are you the one teaching me then?
Yeah, that makes us feel so much better being here.
Right.
taking
All
these
of my
courses.
teachers...
So no, John.
All of
but,
my teachers are consistently like, we're all of us would like, because I'm a sports admin major, and obviously every kid would love to work in the pros. I think that's everybody's dream, whether you want to play or work. You always would be like, oh, I'd love to work for the Colts. But like every class I go to, or one of our teachers, I won't say his name, but he constantly is like, okay guys, now remember, when you graduate though, like there's going to be 0 jobs in the professional world. Like, if you want to work in youth sport or community sport, tons of jobs there. And everyone's like, I don't really want to work for the Parks and Rec department because I don't need this degree to work in the Parks and Rec department.
Exactly. Yeah.
So it's like, I would like to work in, college or something. And he's like, no jobs. Sorry.
It does make me feel better that it's not just media department, art departments.
That
it's
does
like
make
it's
me
like
feel a little better.
worldwide
I'm
college
pretty
that
sure that's,
everyone's
like-
basically
Do you think
screwed.
the nursing departments like this? Like, do you think they tell nurses no jobs?
Yeah, I bet there's like you have to like change to be like a vet tech. Yeah. Or like you're the
Sorry,
receptionist.
we do not want you operating on humans. The best we can do is dogs.
Maybe if you're lucky and a Rick and Morty fan, a horse.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you're a nurse.
Maybe
Actually, we
you
need
can
one
work
more
on-
surgeon. Sorry,
Sorry about that.
they completely just changed it.
Okay, we'll wrap the last question here for you. I'm not gonna lie, we had a lot more planned, but do you remember when I told you right before the show we get derailed?
I was begging for derailing.
Oh, you're lucky.
You were quite in luck.
There's one thing no one can count me for. It's my railing.
That was wrong.
I didn't think that through. I
Need you to redo that one?
Can I edit this out? If there's one thing I'm known for, it's never staying on track.
There we go.
There you go.
That makes a lot more sense.
Yes, it does. And it's not.
Sweet Jesus. Okay.
Yeah.
So you mentioned that is, as a kid, that's where you wanted to go. Is that where you still would like to go? And if I can follow it up, do you have a preferred genre? You would like, because I know you mentioned as a kid you were a big horror fan. I think I branched out more into like sci-fi and stuff. Like I think that was my kind of shtick. But
Yeah.
this interests me. You weird horror freaks. You're gonna be like the guy who made The Exorcist that literally said in an interview, like, "Oh, if I wasn't making movies, I'd be a serial killer."
Oh my gosh, I forgot he said that.
He said that as like, can you elaborate on that, please?
And I was like,
whoa.
"He hasn't made a movie in a while."
Yeah.
Is he pulling an army hammer? Their bodies randomly going disappearing around?
At least he's not going to be eating them, though. He's just going to be
That's fair.
disposing of them.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
He definitely did that.
Allegedly, John. I'm not getting
definitely
sued
did that.
by the Army Hammer people.
He's got enough problems to worry about than some, Muncie show.
Allegedly. Just say it with me here. Allegedly.
I'll definitely.
I'll take it. Okay. Sorry. The question.
What was the question? Oh, yeah. Yeah, sorry. Now, yeah, I would like to be a director. You were on my past project. I definitely need more practicing, like directing and
You're
getting
better
the
than me,
vision.
sir.
Well,
You should
I'll
ask.
take it.
You should ask the other two people who were on both of our sets. Completely different.
Yeah, it's a little difficult being a director, but yeah, but I've been editing a lot, and I really enjoy like finding a pace of like a film. But yet again, I do not know like anything about VFX, and you will see tomorrow when I present my the blood for Quentin. There was supposed to be like it was like just kids running around. The blood that was like spraying on Quentin does not show up in the video whatsoever because it's super light. So I added digital blood.
Good.
And we'll see tomorrow.
Watch my project, right?
Yeah.
You're safe.
I don't, but like it's one of those things. It's like uncanny. You look at it, you're like, well, yeah, that is bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because yours is like I like yours. Yours is like spooky, goofy. Like it works for it. This one, I'm trying to be serious, but if you try to be serious, it just like falls flat in his face if it's bad.
But then that's just. I feel like that is the one good thing I like about our field. Mm-hmm. Is as much as I have acknowledged, I know this about myself, I will forever be one of those people that, like, even if I make The Godfather, I'd be like, I don't like it. Like, there's something else I could change. Like, I'm like, that was garbage. I hate that. About my own work, I don't hate The Godfather.
I was going to say, yeah.
But that's what I do like, though, is that I feel like we're in a field where it's something like that, where we're like, well, man, that didn't work the first time. Okay, well, we can try that again. Like it's like, all right, we can. I know, as you say, this is like a remake.
It's funny you say that because this is my second time remaking it. Now, I will admit, this is way better than the first time I made it.
Exactly. It's always these little bits and pieces.
But compared to last semester, I feel like I took 3 steps forward as a filmmaker. This video, as I was editing it, or no, like as I was putting in the files to look at them, I felt like I took a step backwards, and like it really ruined my self-esteem. But like as I'm editing it, it's definitely better than what I thought. But it's still like. When you focus months on focusing on a project, it's completely different after you make it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see you like looking
we're
like
people watching right now.
Yeah. I see you looking above my head and just a bunch of like teenagers standing in the window.
Yeah, teenagers staring at us.
Yeah.
Hi. Yeah, no, see, but here's the thing, I feel that. And I mean, hey, if it helps boast in any sort of way, from the footage you've shown us, I think it looks great.
I appreciate that.
I'm happy. I'm very impressed with not even just the picture quality we got out of the camera, but the way you did frame things. I do like it a lot. I think it looks nice.
I do appreciate it.
And
Thank you.
I am really excited for tomorrow.
I am very excited for tomorrow. Everyone produces great work, and I'm ready to see yours again on a bigger screen.
And hear Michael go, I don't get it.
Yeah.
All right, well, even though now that we were 37 minutes into the broadcast in a row, let's go ahead
Oh,
and
yeah, there we go. That was
start
pretty good.
our little sections here, our little segments.
Wait, you're forgetting something though.
Chase, thank you for joining us along here.
Thank you for having me. Seriously, definitely invite me over again. This is fun.
Yeah, no, this is a lot of fun. Hi, guys. I remember my first beer.
They're waving at us
Now,
now.
we're about half an hour into our first broadcast here. And as any listener here of the show knows, that I'm looking at a little piece of paper right now saying that all DJs and specialty show hosts must do a weather update 30 minutes into every broadcast. And all those who also listen Naturally Wired know I don't do that. So it's time, though, to make up for that slack here with the we're not Naturally Wired, with the live from Letterman weather broadcast. I'd say it's about 72 in here.
Probably.
It's a little chill. Like
it feels
not
72
chill.
in
Like
here.
it's a little chill, but like in a good way.
Yeah.
I think it's just at a stable temperature
Yeah.
because they're not sure if it's going to be hot or cold outside.
And we're not allowed to touch the thermostat. So
I do hear some slight thunder outside, though.
It was drizzling on my way in. When I walked in, I was like, there's a little bit of rain.
But why are you guys talking about outside? We're talking about the weather that matters, which is right here in this room for the three of us.
Oh.
Do you want some showers? I can spit on you.
Yeah. No, in here, yeah, I'd say it's stable.
It's pretty sunny.
I give it it's sunny. I give it like a 73 degrees.
I don't think these light bulbs are, eco-friendly, but, they get the job done.
It's Ball State. We're not eco-friendly.
Yeah.
Actually, that's a lie. Did you know the Letterman building? Wes was telling me this. Our professor, Mr. Wes Gearing, loved this man.
Love that man.
Told me how like the Letterman building is like 95% like eco, like positive.
That's like surprising, but also I love
mean, have you
that. I love
seen-
how he knows that too.
And here's the thing: you want to know the 5% that we're not?
What's up?
The toilet cakes, or
students?
the urinal cakes, or whatever you call them.
The
There's like
toilet cakes make up for 5%.
well, think how many bathrooms are in these buildings.
And how many
Just saying,
toilets?
I'm like, that's a lot of
And there's
toilet
like
cakes.
something that's like there's something we can do where basically you don't replace them, and all that stuff. But he said it best. And he's like, I'm okay being 5% less
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
I can smell the fresh scent of Dawn dish soap.
Yeah.
Okay, well, now that weather's over, I'm not gonna lie to you. Normally, this is where I break into the Hollywood news, but Hollywood has been pretty quiet this week.
I haven't heard that much.
Probably for the better.
Did you
Yeah.
mention the Mario trailer?
The Mario trailer did come out. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm kind of hyped for it.
I actually think it looked great. First off,
yeah.
they knew immediately, like, what do we start off with? Do we start off with Chris Pratt's Mario? No. Let's start off with Bowser literally committing acts of terrorism against
Which I will
penguins.
say, I know he's played by Jack Black,
It didn't. There were
Sounds
moments.
great.
but Jack Black is actually acting.
Yeah, it's not like
Yes.
he's actually
He's like, and you'll see.
Yeah, it's not like you can hear a little bit of Jack Black from time to time, but like it honestly, like
He's giving it.
It sounds like
he's
he's
not
actually
being
acting.
a celebrity voice actor, kind of like Chris Pratt. Chris Pratt's a celebrity voice actor. He's being a voice actor where he's
Right.
going to manipulate
He's a
his
celebrity
voice.
being a voice actor. Where
Yeah.
like I feel like not saying that Jack Black's ever been a bad actor, but he's always just played Jack Black.
Yeah.
You know a Jack Black role when you see it.
Oh, you know what? Here I do have a Hollywood story that's just gonna make everyone warm my heart. The other day,
Yeah.
speaking of Jack Black, I don't know if you guys watched this video. I don't know where. I think he may have been at Disney, and where he was, but he was just out and about, and this school child, because they were on like a little field trip. I can't remember the kid's name, but this disabled school child kind of like went up to him and was kind of like, I mean, it was apologizing, and the teachers were apologizing. I felt bad. We were kind of stammering through words, and Jack Black stood there and just listened to him the whole time.
Oh, that's sweet.
And basically, he was just trying to tell him that he loves School of Rock, and he loves the song that like everyone's doing on TikTok now and stuff. You know, like the rent was past due, and like went on that. And Jack Black, and he goes, "Oh, you like that song?" And then just sat there and sang the song to this kid.
That's amazing. He's so sweet.
He's a
and this
good
kid,
guy.
I'm like, I love Jack Black.
Yeah.
And
Jack
he
Black's
also
a
played
good
Five
guy.
Nights at Freddy's 4 with Markiplier.
He did. He also played Minecraft with PewDiePie one
People
time.
seem to
That's
forget
right.
these things. Remember how Jack Black has a YouTube channel?
Yeah, he does.
I actually don't check it out. I should.
Yeah, like now that
I
we
think
see-
it's honestly just gaming. He just goes there and he plays video games.
Go Jack Black.
The only like YouTuber that's a filmmaker I watch is the David Lynch YouTube channel. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
Every
I watch
day,
a couple, but I don't watch that.
every day he does the forecast in California and pulls a lucky number like on a ball, like a bingo ball for like and he's like on Friday he's like, if you can believe it, it's a Friday once again. He's like 90 years old and he's
Aw. Stop
He's,
it, love
he's
it.
doing like the weather, and then he pulls up like a card, or no, pulls up a number like today's number's 47. He does like a little dance.
Sounds
Your
great.
favorite
I
YouTube
think I'm
channel.
gonna watch it.
I'll say, but because of this lack of Hollywood news, I did pull up another segment that I did last week.
Oh boy.
So Chase, I think I may have texted you this, but as those who listened to last week's broadcast know, during class, right before this last week, I became an ordained minister
Oh my gosh,
Yeah,
that's
he did.
because I
right.
was so bored,
I want to.
and it's easy. Literally, it took me 2 seconds. They didn't charge me.
Is it?
Nice.
Oh, it's free.
It only like charges like if you order the whole little kit. And
Oh,
stuff.
okay.
And
no need for that.
they sent me a PDF of my certificate somewhere. But on this website, I found the scripts for different wedding ceremonies, and one I read last week was the Robin Hood.
Yeah, he did.
Wedding ceremony.
Yeah, he read that off the whole thing.
So this week, I have a little bit of an excerpt of the Star Trek
Oh no.
wedding, according to the American Marriage Ministry.
Oh boy, here we
I'll
go.
say this a little bit. Partner A and Partner B, you will be crew members, standing together, exploring
enough.
new worlds
That's
and
awful.
seeking out new civilizations and new adventures. You will have each other's backs in times of trouble. A wise Vulcan once said
Oh,
that
no.
change is the essential process of all existence. Nurture your marriage carefully and watch it grow with care. Remember, it's a one-way trip. Do you, Partner A, take Partner B to be your spouse, to be each other's number one on this journey through the galaxy together? Do you know what Partner A is supposed to say? Make it so.
If for those who are wondering, I'm already halfway to my car.
He's actually carrying the mic out with him. No, honestly, if you took out all the Star Trek parts, that would be pretty sweet.
See, here's my question. I mean, who do you beat up first in this situation?
Yeah.
I think
Not
you gotta
in like a
beat up.
nerd way, just like as a Star Wars fan.
You
I don't
have
know
to
who I
beat
take
up
first.
whoever agreed to having the minister say that. And if it was the minister, then you beat him up.
Listen, if a man or if one person can convince their partner into a Star Trek wedding,
whoever is
that
trying
love
to convince.
that
you beat
love
up.
is real.
Yeah.
It's, like that's like it's like okay, they will literally do anything for you,
Yeah.
and this is what you waste.
If I was,
Yeah,
if that would, I would kick them in the where,
the nose,
posterior,
the what,
What?
the post-it note, what,
posterior.
the posterior?
Yeah,
What the hell is a posterior?
it's another name for a booty.
For what?
A booty.
Oh, booty.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought you were kicking them in the chest. I was like,
No, the posterior.
Posterior.
okay, with that wonderful segue,
I'm a walking thesaurus.
we
okay?
will here. This is our last broadcast. We are going to segue here into a little other segment where this is also called the segment where Logan shuts up for about 10 minutes.
Not really though.
No. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for our sports segment, Nosebleeds, hosted by our very lovely co-host, Mr. Jonathan Page. It's Page, right?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah, just like last week, you got it right.
Yeah, well, I'm just...
You got to double check though.
Yeah, after 9 years together, I just want to make sure that we don't want to establish any sort of, familiarity
Yeah.
the two of us. Just want to make sure.
We always want to be on thin ice.
Yep.
All right. Anyway,
Anyways.
my first story is the Chiefs and the Raiders played each other Monday night. It was a great game, very competitive, lots of scoring. And however, the Raiders lost in a pretty disappointing fashion. And one of their wide receivers, Devontae Adams, was so mad when he was walking to the tunnel, he shoved a camera guy. The camera guy's trying to get a shot of him walking, and he just walked up and shoved him to the ground and kept walking.
And me and Logan in 2 years.
He then went on Twitter. He's like,
You and
I
me
am.
now.
He goes on Twitter. He's like, I'm so sorry. This is not me. I'm sorry.
It is you. We literally have you on.
I know he's saying that this is not who I am, but anyway, it doesn't matter because he got charged with a misdemeanor assault. The guy will probably end up winning it because the camera guy was just doing his job, and then he got shoved. I mean, granted, when you see the shove, it's not like Devontae Adams picked him up and then threw him to the ground. It's more like he just went like that,
I think that'd be more
hard.
interesting. though.
Arms still moved.
Arm still moved, and he fell to the ground. But he's like, oh, I cannot wait to get some of that money.
You say that, and I have to make sure he's not on my fantasy bench.
He's not going to get suspended. He'll be fine. But that's kind of what happened in football. There's some other stuff that happened with roughing the passer, but that's every year. Every year, everyone talks about how quarterbacks are babied and how it's a dumb. So I don't. Whatever. I wanted to talk about the Major League Baseball playoffs because that happened. That just started. I'm only going to go over the wild card games. Right now, the NLDS and the ALDS are both going on right now, so not super. I mean, there's a little bit that I can talk about, but I'll just bring up some of the highlights. The Guardians played the Rays, Tampa Bay Rays, and that game went 15 innings with no scoring.
Oh my god!
And then in the bottom of the 15th, the Guardians had a walk-off homer to win the game and just get the game over with. It was amazing seeing him walk around the diamond, though, because I think everyone was like, oh, I can go home now.
Here's the thing. Over the summer, I worked in baseball, and all I did was complain how boring it was 99% of the time.
Oh, yeah.
I like baseball. But from inning 4 until, the bottom of the 7th, the worst time of my life.
Unless it's a competitive game, it is the most grueling thing to sit through.
And hearing that was 15.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah. That game also started that game started at 12:07 on Friday. And then I got the notification that it ended at the end, I think it like 6 o'clock or something. I don't know what time it was, but
And
like
12:07 on Sunday.
I had literally finished watching the Cleveland Browns play at 1, and they played from 1 to 4. I finished that game before that game ended, I think.
My lord.
And I was like, oh my gosh. So I was like, glad I didn't even pay attention to that. The other thing I had on the NL side of things, the Phillies, they were playing in the wild card against the St. Louis Cardinals, and they were down 0-2 all the way to the 9th inning. And then for some reason, they shot up and got six runs in the 9th, and then the Cardinals were not able to come back and beat the Cardinals to advance to the NLDS.
See, here's the thing. I hear that as much as I was just complaining about how much baseball sucks, and I hear that, I'm like, that's cool though.
Yeah, it's cool.
Whenever
I
that
mean,
stuff happens,
baseball
you're like,
can be super boring and awful, and then there are other times where it's like, this is amazing. You know, but you never know what you're getting into. So those are the stories I picked out for this week. Just something, kind of small.
Something fun, yeah.
Something funny. Once you get into this kind of the year for sports, once football's kind of gotten into a groove and baseball's just starting in the playoffs, there's not a whole lot to talk about because, again, it's baseball. So sometimes these games are amazing, like that Guardians game or that Phillies game where there's some dramatic ending. And then sometimes it's just, they got a 14-run lead, and the game ended in the 9th, so whatever. So,
hey,
yeah. But
that's fair. You're talking to, like I said, I literally had a dead.
yeah. But anyway, I'll move on to my picks.
Yes.
I am 49-31 now in my record, so I'm continuing. I would like to brag a little bit. I got 11 games right. I only got 4 games wrong last week.
Wow.
So I did very good. So I'm feeling very confident, and I'm only feeling right now that I've reached my peak, and I'm going to just dramatically crash.
So, ladies and gentlemen, completely ignore what he just said. Remember, if you decide to bet based on the pickings that we made here, us from Live from Letterman here, we do require a 10% cut.
Yeah. What I will say is that if my pick ends up if you use my pick to bet and I lose you money, it's not my fault. But if you use my pick and I get it right and you get money from it, it is entirely
you deserve royalties.
It's,
Right.
it's my I'm the reason why.
Exactly.
Yeah, and
So-
if you also lose money, though, if you send us a message on Instagram, I will give you his home address.
Great. So anyway, Patriots versus Browns. The Browns have continued to disappoint me. So, and I've already said that I'm not going to be watching too much of football of the Browns because I'm tired of having my Sunday ruined from watching awful football. So I'm going to go with the Patriots on this one. It's Bill Belichick. He's a mastermind.
And he looks like the bad guy from Santa Claus is Coming to Town.
Yes,
He
he
does.
does.
He looks like
He
Herbert
really
Meister and
does.
Meisterburger.
He does. Commanders versus Bears. I'm going to go with the Commanders. As much as I'd like to go with the Bears, it's just I just feel wrong going with them.
Bears.
I'm sorry. I can't go with the Bears. I'm sorry.
Bears.
49ers versus Falcons. I'm going to say the 49ers. 49ers have looked pretty good. Bengals versus Saints. Bengals did lose in a very sad fashion to the Ravens, but they're going to be playing the Saints. I think that they have a good chance at probably winning that one. One of their defensive linemen used to play for the Saints. This might have a little bit more motivation for him. Buccaneers versus Steelers. The Steelers got throttled I think it was 38-3.
John, this is a PG-13 rated show. You can't just say that.
Throttle. It's whatever. So Tom Brady's going to absolutely destroy the Steelers.
Yeah.
They're not going to know what hit them. Jaguars versus Colts. I'm going to say the Colts. Jaguars are really inconsistent, and I think the Colts are. If Jonathan Taylor comes back, I think he'll have a breakout game, get himself back into Jonathan Taylor fashion. Jets versus Packers. I don't think it's possible for the Packers to lose to both New York teams in back-to-back weeks, so I'm going to have to say the Packers.
Barely know her.
Ravens versus Giants. I'm going to say the Ravens. They've been looking good. I think after beating the Bengals, I think they got a little bit more motivation. They will be playing against a Giants team that I think is playing with a little bit more swagger, but I think the Ravens just will beat them because they have a little bit more talent. Vikings versus Dolphins. I'll say the Dolphins probably. I'll say the Dolphins just because I think the Vikings are a little shaky. I mean, this game could go either way, though. I think that as much as I'm putting the Dolphins because I think it'll be an upset, but it's a very good chance.
You're right. I am upset you picked the Dolphins.
Cardinals versus Seahawks. I'm going to go with the Seahawks. Cardinals lost. It was close with the Eagles, so I think the Cardinals could win that one, but the Seahawks have been getting into a groove, so I think that they'll probably win that one. Panthers versus Rams. The Panthers are terrible. They just fired their head coach, so you're going to have an interim head coach with Baker Mayfield, who's a horrible quarterback, and they have a terrible O-line and not a great defense, so definitely go with the Rams on that one.
No wonder it's so terrible. There's no lines and O's. It's just like one constant like curve. You know what I mean?
What?
You said they have a bad O line. Yeah, there's no line in O.
Oh
It's just a,
God. Bills versus Chiefs.
Hey, but he's still circling around a fictional O.
I just want to make sure you guys can visualize what I'm thinking.
Bills versus Chiefs. The Bills have been amazing, and the Chiefs have been amazing, but I think the Bills will win this one. I feel like the Bills are going to be real mad because the Chiefs were the team that beat them in the wild card round, or I think the divisional round last year. So I think the Bills are going to want to come in and prove that they're the best team in the AFC right now. Mm-hmm. Cowboys versus Eagles. I think you got to go with the Eagles on this one. Cowboys, they've been good, but I think the Eagles' defense and their offense is just going to be better than the Cowboys. And then finally, Broncos versus Chargers. I'm going to go with the Chargers. So,
all right.
Yeah, those are my picks. So,
all right. Well, hey, we'll check.
We'll see what happened after this week, and we'll
see how wrong you were about the Vikings.
I probably will be wrong. I very well could be.
You better be. I'll rub it in your face.
I bet you will.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have about 5 minutes left, but I think there is time.
I believe there's time too.
Do you want to do just one each?
I think we could get two in.
You want to do two? All right. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for my favorite segment of the show, Florida Man Stories.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
So Chase, just in case you weren't aware, what happens during the week is John and I both find 2 Florida Man headlines and have not told the other person what they are.
Nice.
And so these are our cold reads. So we're going to speedball them here.
Yeah.
As someone who
have to move
lived in Florida for 14 years, I will let you know how accurate this is from my day-to-day living there.
Oh boy, great.
Oh, there we go. We got it.
All right, do you want to go first? Do you want me to
You
go
can
first?
go first.
Okay. So this is a Orange County student caught going nearly 100 miles an hour, claims he was late for school.
Oh my god.
He was literally going
Is that Florida? I feel like that happens.
He was going 4 times the speed limit. So basically, he has a huge, like $1,000 fine. I think his license is getting revoked.
Classic.
But yeah, he was the cops. They took a photo of the speedometer and they were like, of this. I think I said that right. They were like, whoa. So yeah, currently that kid is paying off his fine, and I don't think he can drive for a while. So yeah, that was that. I found that one.
Maybe he's like Sammy Hagar. He can't drive 55.
I think I just love the excuse. Could you imagine? It's like, do you know how fast you were going, son? Like, do you know how fast you're going? And then he's like, no. It's like, do you have any reason why you should be going that fast? I'm late to school, sir. It's like
6:00 p.m.
Yeah.
On a
So
Sunday.
anyway, that was
Sunday.
that was my first one.
Okay.
Do you want me to do my second one, or do you want to hit
Yeah,
yours?
you can go ahead
Okay.
with
So this one is actually from the Florida of Europe, Great Britain. This is a article that I found called.
Wait.
What? I look at the UK and I look at England in particular, and like they love to think that they're so high and mighty, but like when you see the things that they do, I'm like.
So I would say England's the California of Europe.
I would say England's like the Idaho.
Idaho?
Where the hell?
No. Ireland is the Idaho because they love their potatoes up there. So,
Don't make fun of my people, okay?
so this one is
Suffer.
from Great Britain. There's a photo of the lady, which I'll show you guys after I see this headline. It's amateur taxidermist. I didn't say that right, but
Taxidermist.
you know what I'm saying. Leaves Facebook users horrified with the bizarre rat phone case.
What?
So this woman literally took a rat, taxidermied it into a phone case, tail included.
Oh.
So this is
That's
what
like a
the
charging cord.
that's what the lady looks
That
like.
tracks.
Does it look about right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So and then here's the photo of the rat.
How
Like,
much?
I kinda-
It's honestly nicer looking than I thought, but
I mean,
I
it's
kinda
not
want
a bad job. It's just like
why?
this is actually her pet rat that she did this to.
That's
She did this to her pet rat.
Yeah.
So yeah,
That's
no,
like me
it's
skinning
it was
my
pretty. I
cat.
saw that. I was like, I mean, I know it's not Florida, but I have to mention it.
yeah, okay.
So,
Yeah, no,
all right.
okay,
What
so- all
about what about yours?
Speedrun mine. You know what? I feel like I have one pretty mid one and then one really good one. I want to do the one really
If we
good
got,
one.
you know what? I think we got enough time. Hit us with both. Quick.
Okay. Florida man who was once arrested for fighting a drag queen with tiki torch runs for mayor.
That's awesome.
I would vote for it.
That's
Do you
amazing.
think that's used against him or like as like a supporting?
Now that
It
better be a
depends
forum.
on how you use it, because if it's like, look, this guy, yes, he was attacking, someone from the LGBTQ community, but it does
Wait,
show.
he did it with tiki torches.
It shows that he's willing to defend his community.
Yeah. This is a double-edged
Particularly
sword.
not
you go.
against the LGBTQ community. However, if it was against, terrorists, he would he'd pull his tiki torch
You
out
just
and he'd
call
go,
it LGBTQ terrorist.
No, I
John?
said,
Everybody, listen
Everyone.
here.
Wait.
Live from Letterman.
wait a minute.
All right, next headline. We're not going to give him the chance to defend himself.
Quick,
Florida man desperate for a ride to Hooters calls 911.
we've all been there.
Yeah.
Listen, he just really wanted those fried pickles.
He did. They're
Yeah.
good.
He wanted some chicken breasts and some chicken thighs.
That was a poor taste.
Yeah, they're not very good.
No, they're not.
I
Most
would-
Hooters food is really not that
I would not
amazing.
put their food anywhere up there.
No,
You
I
go for the experience.
not even, I
What
think.
experience, John?
We all know.
What is this show?
Iced
become?
water.
All right, okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for listening in. This has been live from Letterman right here on WCRD 91.3. Always better radio. Chase, thanks so much for coming on and ruining our audio.
Thank you for having me on here. Sorry,
with
I'm just
your
ready to get
teasing.
the hell out of here. Sorry, I keep spelling it.
Every guest ever.
Yes. But you can't leave without our one last bit here. I like to end every broadcast with a little joke that I wrote at some point during the week. John's going to know for a fact that I wrote this one an hour ago based on what we were watching in the apartment.
Oh, yeah. I
right.
can already guess what the basis of it is going to be.
Do you know what unit you use to weigh a hobbit?
I think I know this one.
A hobbit ton. Like a hobbit ton.
You were
Like
there,
Hobbiton.
but
Like,
it was...
see, it's funny because they live in a place called Hobbiton.
Nah,
It's like
the-
ton. Like you
The
weigh
way
7
you're
tons.
explaining it makes it
This is what
so much
this is,
harder.
But
this
no,
is
I don't
every
think you
joke
guys-
segment ever.
I don't think you guys realize why it's funny. It's funny because it's a hobbit ton. And like a ton.
You see, we're following that part, and we've heard it.
We know.
See, but
we know.
yeah, but you guys aren't laughing.
Yeah. I've seen Smaug the thing.
All right, good night, everybody.